सेकंड, अब क्या कहना चाहते हो इस
हिंदी में बोलूं?
बस मजा से.
So one of the best play I have seen in my life.
Narandi ani Pah-Lak ite emotional siya so
And this is a brilliant performance, very touching.
very good. I loved your character so much. Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank for making this show and thank you.
क्या लिख रहे हैं आप लोग भैया? आज का शो,
जी
आज का शो कौन सा चल रहा है?
आज का जो है पला.
पाला. ओके.
Pah-Lak.
So, are you excited?
यस.
I don't want to say too much. Just so it seems that we are 2 times sold out, right? Or it will be. I think it will be really full. For me, the most important thing is we will now do all the transitions, right? And we will do a little bit light changes also because sometimes we have to tell you, please be here in the light, or because it's a bit different than before. We have to just to see, yeah. Like for example, your first scene is further in the back, but we only made light in a small area so that it looks like a smaller space. I mean, just play a wonderful show like we did so many times. It's not a difference. It's a very good acoustic here. This we have to check a bit, but you can talk very normal. Just play together. This is my main wish. Play together. Really be so awake that you really disturb.
얘 고양이야. 내가 대접 있어도 그냥 적극한 데 넣는 게 없으니. 나가라. 어서 나가라 마스. 씨. 뭐뭐죠? 씨 뭐뭐. 개미 뭐뭐죠?
Such standing ovations like oh my god.
Now we are dismantling our stage setup in Prithvi Theatre. Hello, we had such a wonderful show today, houseful, and so this is our end of our show in Mumbai. Yes,
Oh, cool!
this is your newspaper as well.
Yes, thank you so much.
All the
Thank you
best.
so much. So that sheet is ready. You have to come to Berlin to sleep.
No, he was staying there with
So I have to make my goodbye round because
Yes,
very
yes,
soon
yes.
I have to
Please rush.
leave to rush.
And what are you saying about Harry's work today?
Oh, it is brilliant. I am so glad I managed and he invited and it's brilliant. It's lovely.
Awesome.
And all of you are amazing.
Thank
Just
you.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And what's your name and what are
My
you
name
doing?
is Indu Sharma.
And you're also
And
doing
I
some.
am an actor and a casting director in Bombay.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. I also follow the same philosophy.
Okay, I will
Awesome.
Sadvik,
Yes, Abhishek. आप क्या कहना चाहते हो अभिषेक के काम के ऊपर बारे में? आप क्या कहना चाहते हो?
ये तो हमेशा ही मतलब उनका मतलब क्या बताएं, वो तो परफेक्ट ही रहता है और मतलब
पहले से ही उनका जो लिखन है उस पे मतलब पढ़ दिया है और ज़्यादा इम्प्रेसिव है।
अच्छा,
थैंक यू मिसेस भाई।
थैंक यू जी। और अभिषेक आप क्या कहते हो?
गले मिलिए।
हम गले। थैंक यू अभिषेक जी। और जी क्या आप कहते हो? आप लाकपा के काम के ऊपर आप क्या कहते हो?
इसकी काम के ऊपर
आपका तो तारीफ होना है, हम हर दिन करते हैं।
थैंक यू सो मच। मैं खुद मतलब काम देख करके मैं हाथ कि मैं इस नाटक का हिस्सा हूँ, ये मेरे लिए सौभाग्य की बात है। और सबका काम लाकपा हैरी आपका काम, जितने एक्टर्स सबका नाम से मैं नहीं जान पा रहा हूँ, लेकिन सबका काम देख करके एक जो होता है ना दिल से कुछ चीज़ होती है। तो मैंने कुछ एक लिखा है, मैं आपको शेयर करूँगा। जो दिल से एक चीज़ होती है वो कनेक्शन सबसे बड़ा है। और आई थिंक ये नाटक और सब लोग मिलकर
Thank you so much. Okay, Sirji, thank you for coming.
I know it's late that it's taken 63 years for a play like this to come forward, but I wish you do not stop and you continue spreading your message. I hope peace will prevail.
Thank you, sir. What's your name and what you're doing?
My name is Chan. Also, I'm an actor, and I pray that no country should suffer like this.
Okay, so you're playing in this festival in the Prithvi this time?
Watch this play just now. Please come and see.
Okay. Thank you,
I
sir.
hope you continue with this peace work.
Thank you. अब क्या कहना चाहते हो इस
हिंदी में बोलूं?
बस मजा से।
So one of the best play I have seen in my life. I am working in theatre since last 15 years plus. Thank you so much the whole team getting this play in Mumbai, and I request all India कि please ये play देखना बहुत ज़रूरी है। ये play ये पेन था Tibetan का, and please note Tibet is not a China.
Thank you. And आप नाटक में काम करते हो या?
Yes, मैं लास्ट 15 साल से थिएटर में काम करता हूँ। आई एम द प्रोडक्शन मैनेजर ऑफ 2-3 प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस।
Awesome.
So in my personal experience, I am telling you guys कि ये मैंने ऐसा प्ले कभी नहीं देखा है। प्लीज़ जाइए देखिए। Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Can I quick ask how you feel about this play and how you feel about this young lady's work?
She is a superstar for me, at least.
Uh-huh.
I loved her on stage.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. And as she said, her eyes, they have something that very few actors have.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you. And every time she was on stage, it was difficult to take eyes off her.
It's very difficult. Not
Subtitles were not
Uh-huh.
any substance
not
because you were there.
difficult to take eyes off her. It's difficult to take eyes off her eyes,
Ah.
which happens very less.
Right.
So, I mean, I could not watch her. I was just looking into her eyes, and they just convey so much. She doesn't need words, like I said right now. And
Awesome.
it's too good, too good.
Thank you. So now you have to come to Dharamsala and visit her.
Of course.
Okay. Hey, young girl. Did you make a new friend here? Did you watch the show?
Yes, of course.
What do you say about that show?
It was excellent. I really enjoyed it. I think all the performances were absolutely outstanding, and I'm very glad that something like this has happened and that we've got to experience it.
Awesome. How about this young lady?
She was the best.
Hey, young girl, say yay. How about me?
You were awesome, but she was better.
Hey, thank you for coming. Oh my goodness, is your family?
Yes.
How was her job? Tell us.
She was just telling us about the runway on the stage.
It was.
He has absolutely no set changes. He just has to dance properly in the opening. He's the guy in the mask.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
In the mass.
Amazing.
Okay. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you. I'm so happy that you all enjoyed.
Oh,
And she's amazing. Look at this lady.
Bye, Baba.
She's the most hardworking in our team.
Set, Baba.
Okay.
You're looking very well dressed to be.
Okay. Thank you.
What do you think about the show?
I think it's really great, and I feel very proud of being in Tibetan. And I'd like to thank for making this show. And thank you.
Yeah, I feel very good, and the story is very sad, and My tears come down
Oh,
at the before of interval, and story is good, but it was very emotional because I didn't know about that this type of situation were happening in Tibet, and I feel very proud as a Tibetan. And thank you for making this.
Hi, I'm Tsering Bawa. We just finished our last show at Goa, a festival called Serendipity Art Festival, and I'm going to ask some random people about our play called Pah-Lak. What is their feedback? Let's see. I will take you to the audience feedback. Okay, Leah, how you feel about last show of the year?
It was amazing. It was. I have no words. It was amazing. How do you feel?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, Labula, how you feel about today, last show of the year?
It was wonderful, wonderful, and especially the audience are like superb. They listened our story like their own story.
Okay.
I felt it's so proud that we could tell such stories.
How about your performance and how about the whole cast?
My performance was wonderful because of my partners. Like my partners' reaction was like so strong that I couldn't stop my actions because of them.
And what's your name and where you live?
Okay, I'm Dichinongo. I live in Pune. Someone just ani Narandi ani Pah-Lak ani emotional chaso ani it's so proud to see some Tibetan production live. I really don't have a specific word to express, but it's just like it's very fulfilling, very emotional. It's so touching. Yeah, just mix of all feelings together that I'm feeling right now. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes.
Very good. I loved your character so much. Thank you so much.
I just loved his character only.
I love this character the best.
Why? Tell me why.
Just your character development from the start to beginning was very, very good. Like first, like you were the monk, and then the reality sort of hit you, and it was just very good. Your acting was brilliant.
Thank you. What are you doing?
I graduated from college.
Okay.
I am doing serendipity.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. Right?
Thank you.
Awesome. So did you learn a little bit about Tibet this time, or you know already before?
No, I don't know.
You don't know anything about Tibet?
I was very young that time, so I don't know.
Okay, awesome. But you not learned from through this right show and a lot of deep story.
Yes.
Awesome. What's your name?
Kashish.
Kashish from Goa.
Yes.
Awesome. And good luck with your future, whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
How about your feedback for this show? Any feedback?
I liked it so much because it was so realistic. Like I enjoyed it.
Any feedback?
Yeah, even I enjoyed it. It was lovely. The acting was so real.
And did you learn a little bit about Tibet?
Yes. I would love to learn more about.
Awesome. So you're a friend of Sundu? I heard about that. Sundu's fan, white from Sundu's.
We are doing project on
Tibetan culture. It will be 2 hours. Because it's just a 100-mark project. So we are doing Tenzin Sundu, but how do you pronounce his name?
Tenzin Sundu, exactly.
Zundu?
Zundu, yeah.
Zundu, not Sundu.
Zundu.
Zundu.
Yeah.
I'm going to send him the pictures because he sent me, and the students thought we would meet him. He's very keen.
Super.
Yeah. So all the best to you all.
Thank you.
Yeah?
How
God
about the
bless.
feedback about this show? Just
The play was very enlightening for us. Like we learned a lot about the Tibetan culture, and we didn't know how it was over there. But watching the play, seeing the actors give out so much emotions was really overwhelming, you can say. But it was lovely.
I'll just say one word. It was amazing. Because we actually are not exposed to Tibetan culture. It was Ma'am Sherlyn who just gave us an idea. Let's do on it, okay, a project on it. And that's when we read about it and we came to know about the struggles that the Tibetans have. And we really look forward to learn much more.
Yes, very amazing, very real. We connected a lot with the characters. And since we are so used to Goan dramas, we really don't know what the other dramas are. So we learned a really new thing. Amazing.
even if there's a Tibetan language, so you understand.
Yeah, because of the subtitles. Subtitles. Yeah, helped a lot. Thank you.
Is it similar to Bengali?
Oh no, it's completely
no?
different.
Because I
completely
think there were some people who knew. Okay, so my experience is, I think in Goa we need to be more exposed to this kind of, controversial and protest literature. And it was my suggestion that we should work on Tenzing. And this is going to give us a beautiful impetus to take on the project with gusto and with a sense of immediacy. So all the best to the team. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, sir. What's your name and carry on? What is your feedback for this show?
I am Prabir, and this is a brilliant performance, very touching, bringing out the entire issue of violent world and the struggle of the people to try to make non-violent communication, non-violent theatre, non-violent society. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Quick feedback from you. How
Yes.
about this play today?
First thing I would say that I have never seen such kind of play. It was a beautiful experience for me. And the actors, of course, who was holding the camera, he was amazing. Not just him, everybody loved him.
How was the show?
So beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you. It was amazing.
How about her job? How about her job?
Good job. Good job.
Look at that. Proud lady. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Amazing. Wow. So good. Thank you.
Alright. What's your name and how you feel about this show and what
Yeah.
did you learn?
Hi, I'm Chandana. I'm from Bangalore. This is my first Tibetan play, and I was really moved by it, by the philosophy of not leading with hate in your life, and how people who are hurt keep repeating and hurting other people and stuff like that. All the artists performed really well, from a little child to everyone, and there were a couple of times where I had tears in my eyes, and I myself have done a bit of theatre, and I like watching shows, and this is one of the best writings I've ever seen. And it did not feel like a play. It was very natural. All the performers were feeling it, and there was a scene where one of the artists is crying, and then there's all the so natural, the tears were flowing, the mucus was coming out, but that moment gave me goosebumps and everything like that, and everybody was excellent. Thank you so much for performing for us. We wish all of you a really good luck. Thank you.
Okay, give your feedback.
Okay, this is making me nervous. Anyway, so I want to give my compliments to the musician who was playing that instrument and the lady who was singing. So I think they added a lot to the play, and the set designer, because I loved the projection, the illustration, the way, I think the characters were introduced in the beginning, right? Yeah, so the illustrations and the way it was projected on the curtain. So, and the leaves too. So whosoever conceptualized it and executed it, I think they deserve a thumbs up.
What's your name and what you doing normally?
I am Vaishali, and I am an illustrator, and I work with the development sector. It's basically, I work with the marginalized communities, and my work right now centers on gender, sexuality and technology, the intersection of all these fields.
Awesome. Thank you so
That's
much.
it.
What's your name and
So hi, I'm Neeraj. I'm a theatre artist too. So the play was so powerful, and I think these are the stories that should be played everywhere. And I'm out of words really, but I really love the actors. But I thought the play was more verbal, and I don't like verbal plays. I am mostly into physical plays or performance like that. But I really enjoyed it. But thank you for the performance. Thank you for the play.
and the main actor, you said something?
The lady, I don't remember her name.
Okay, Deshan, the main lead role.
The nun.
The nun.
I loved her. She was so beautiful, so elegant in her characters. I really loved her. Thank you.
Hello, Toshlata, Shunjula, three chapter hundred chunso na penye.
그것도 넘나 딱다 이.
Yala, Toshla hundred chunso. Yeah, 소화 야구 레슨 chapter. Oh yeah. 이마 three chapter hundred chunso. Great. Pamela, 잡도 가르쳐 주세요.
야구시원서 드림
good.
저 슈차서 남식
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. It's very heart-moving play, and I felt that the person who, it's a very beautiful collaboration of Tibetans in exile and East and the West and Indians, wisdom, and all together lots of, it's full of, how do you say, it's very subtle combination between politics and spirituality, and the script is very profound, and as I said, I felt like in the beginning when there was so much anger and anxiety and haste, like very fast, everything was moving fast, and that as a Tibetan refugee we are used to, we are born with that situation. So it was tolerable, even though it was very how do you say, anxious moments. But for me, the most delicate part was the compassionate part, when Rinpoche speaks up his mind with so much love, and that was very, very moving towards the counterparts and towards, and I feel like it's a very honest script of, like also the part where it's mentioned that we are like delusional, we hope against hope, and all there are so many lines which are very raw and honest. And I think a little difficult part for me was sometimes about even though for the freedom there are different ways to choose and different how do you say, different options and different ideas, but when we speak about His Holiness in that way, sometimes it was very beautiful, the love that there is with His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, but at the same time, it was also very sad, difficult to accept as well certain part of the dialogue, even though that's part of it in Tibetan movement. And I would say that all together, it's very honest exile, dilemma, and the struggle that we go through, especially today on Gandhi Jayanti, through ahimsa, and the question that we have, and the sufferings that every Chinese government and authorities, Tibetans together go through, and how we move on with it. So it opens up different spaces, and especially the heart. So, and I think it's very, because I grew up in Tibetan refugee school, TCV, and there are some of our schoolmates here as well. So we learned about Tibetan movement since childhood, with very inspirational stories and experiences of teachers and all around elderlies. So I think this play, especially for younger generation, who will continue this movement for a long time, and with non-violence and with truth, I think it's very nice to watch and to feel, and especially to spread this around. I don't know if it's too long, like my own voice right now that I'm speaking. Maybe, I don't know, I wonder if it's too long, the play, if you want to show around. But the depth is there, and Tibetan voices are being played, heard, and put in the forefront. And I'm very grateful for this experience, and thank you so much for doing this. And thank you.
당주배 약부터 나서 듣잖아 주연이 아니 my
My questions are not for the actors per se. I wanted to ask the co-creators, Pah-Lak, Abhishek, Majumdar, and Hari could answer this. I have two questions. I was wondering why the play is called Pah-Lak, since Deshar is in the center of this. Secondly, I wanted to know, this may sound a bit narrow-minded, but in the second half, I was thinking, there's clearly an imbalance of power in Tibet right now as well. But in the play, it seemed like Tibetans were also given. Obviously, they were both killed in the end. I get that, but sometimes when the character played by Rinpoche, who sort of, I think, harasses the Chinese woman. I don't know if
it was not the Rinpoche. It was another.
I know. I mean, the rebel sort of, no. And there was also this, Tibetans had attacked a school. So I don't think there are stories like from our end. We haven't heard any kind of. There has not been records like this, So I get that Tibetans can be violent. Chushukandu is example of that. But I was thinking, why the makers decided to, show this, sort of soft power between the both of us, between the Chinese and Tibetans. My question is that because it's not, it's not.
I can translate this into Tibetan. Can I translate it? You translate it.